Welcome back to Tech Nuggets. This is a brand new video series on cloud computing. In this video series, I'll be showing the basic concepts of cloud computing or fundamentals of cloud computing. And also, I'll cover different kinds of cloud services, plus service walkthroughs and service configurations, and also demos from popular vendors like AWS, Azure, GCP, and IBM Cloud. Before I get into today's video, quick channel analytics. This channel getting lot of views. Thank you viewers. However, there is only a very small percentage of viewers are only the subscribers. So if you have not subscribed yet, please scroll down and hit the subscribe button now and follow me on Twitter. Let's dive into today's video. Before we get into this cloud, I mean what is cloud? Let us understand very few basic things. One of them is a data center. Data center is not a new concept. It's pretty old. So, what is data center and what does it contains? A data center is a building or group of buildings, a dedicated space used to house computer systems and associated components such as networks, switches, routers, and storage. So, in order to maintain all of this, it requires a redundant power backup because data center needs to be available 24 bar 7 and 365 days, and also it should have high speed connection, so it should be a good network communication, and also it should have a environment control such as air conditioning, fire suppression, and also various security devices, so in order to protect the data center. Okay, next basic thing is a virtualization. What is virtualization? Virtualization is the process of creating a virtual version of something rather than the actual at the same abstraction level, including virtual computer hardware platforms, storage device, and computer network resources. Again, virtualization also is not a new concept. It began somewhere in 1960s by IBM for IBM Mainframe System 360. So virtualization requires three basic things. One is a host machine. The host machine is nothing but a bigger server or a machine which has a lot of resource. For example, you have 64 core and 256 gig RAM and a few terabytes of storage. We really don't want to use it as a standalone server, rather than we can use that as a host machine so that we can create multiple smaller virtual machines. So the second concept, second component what we require is a hypervisor. This is a software component which used to create a virtual machine. The third one is virtual machines OS, what we call as guest OS. So the single host machine it can host multiple virtual machines, and each of these virtual machines can host its own OS and applications. It's independent of host machine as well as from other virtual machines. For example, your host machine is a barebone Linux, and VM1 you create a VM1 with Windows machine, and VM2 is a Linux machine. I can create a Linux version, and again VM1 VM2 is not dependent, it's independent, and VM3 is another version of Linux. So that's how the virtualization works. Now let's combine these two fundamental things together. Say we take lot of virtualized data centers connected across the globe through high-speed internet. This is what we call as cloud in a layman terminology. Other let's see the other definition, right? So the cloud computing or cloud is a process of accessing on-demand computer system resources from anywhere virtually anytime without any limitation on the resources. For example, if you have a data center, your capacity is the limitation. On the internet, no such limitation. Like you don't, because you have access to unlimited capacity of your computer or any other resource. And also anywhere, anytime. For example, if at all, when you say there is no specific location constraint because the cloud is across the globe. Most of the cloud providers have presence across the globe. They call it as regions and zones, and you can access from anywhere, anytime. In case of data center, you have to wait for your capacity approval. You have to provision it. You have to bring it on board. You have to deploy it. There is a quite a lot of time is there, but it's instantly you can access the capacity anywhere, anytime. That is what we call it as a cloud in a simple terminology. Okay, who are all the popular players in the cloud computing world or popular cloud vendors? So I put most of the popular vendors here, not in the ranking or just it's a random order. However, these are the major players in the cloud area. One is AWS, that's Amazon Web Services, GCP, Azure, IBM, Microsoft Azure, and IBM Cloud, Alibaba Cloud, and Oracle Cloud. Okay, so these are the players or the major vendors in the cloud computing world. So this is about a quick and short introduction on the cloud computing. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.